Great. Okay, so the next person we have to bring on is our speaker. Yes, and she has come to, well, this is actually it's very exciting because I actually get to introduce, for the first time ever, probably the last time, a talk about bowel irritation. Body image. Please welcome Sam Cleasby.
Ulcerative colitis, which some of you may have heard of and some of you may not. It's a digestive problem. It's quite similar to Crohn's disease, which a lot more people have heard of, and sometimes comes under the umbrella of inflammatory bowel disease. So I write about poo. And so I thought, what better name for a blog than So Badass? And so I write about ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, ostomies. A lot of people have heard of a colostomy bag. There's also something called an ileostomy bag. And that is where the bowel has been removed and you wear a bag on the outside of your body and that collects poo. And that's what I had last year. And it's what started me to write in the blog and do talks like this, because I think a lot of people often think of that as an older person's disease, but actually there's a lot of us out there. I also talk about something called the J-pouch, which is the next operation on where things are connected back up inside. And I talk about body confidence and self-esteem because chronic illness and negative body image often go hand in hand. And so the way that I do that is talking at things like this. I write a lot about it, but I also do photo shoots where I try to promote people who've got an ostomy with just in a different way that you wouldn't expect. And so this is one of the shoots I did. Thank you very much. And what I wanted to do was show that people with an ostomy are just like everybody else. And quite often, the images you see of somebody with an ostomy are very, very negative. They're quite medical, very stark. So I wanted to do something a little bit different, where hopefully the first thing you notice in this image isn't my ostomy bag. Have a look closer in. There it is. And it's such a small part of me. It doesn't define who I am. And that's what I really wanted to show. Okay. So talking about body image. I wanted to talk about sort of the definitions of body image. So body image is how you see yourself when you look in the mirror or when you picture yourself in your mind. It's what you believe about your own appearance, including memories, assumptions and generalisations. How you feel about your body, how you sense and control your body, and how you feel in your body, not just about your body. Negative body image is a distorted perception of your shape. You perceive parts of your body unlike they really are. You're convinced that only other people are attractive and that your body's size or shape is a personal failure. You feel ashamed, self-conscious and anxious about your body. You feel uncomfortable and awkward in your body. And on the opposite side, we've got positive body image. So that's a clear, true perception of your shape. You see the various parts of your body as they really are. You celebrate and appreciate your natural body shape. And you understand that a person's physical appearance says very little about their character and value as a person. You feel proud and accepting of your unique body and refuse to spend an unreasonable amount of time worrying about food, calories and weight. So just talking about what does chronic illness look like. Sometimes chronic illness looks angry. Sometimes it looks fed up. Sometimes it looks broken. Sometimes it looks like it's having fun. Sometimes it looks like you wouldn't expect, and that's a picture of my stoma. Because I wanted to put that out there, because it isn't frightening, it's a tiny little thing. And there it is, and not a lot of people have seen that. And these are some of the photo shoots I've done, and some of the responses that I got back. And so talking about what is positive body image. So I wanted to go through the slide. So a clear, true perception of your shape. You see the various parts of your body as they really are. Now this was a massive thing for me, and it was something that I didn't really find out until after I'd had the surgery. But suddenly I started looking at all the other parts of my body. So the stretch marks that I hated, I suddenly saw them as something, it was showing that my body grew 3 children. The fact that my breasts sit a little lower than they did when I was 18, don't be all ladies, that shows that I breastfed my children, you know, and I started looking at my body in a totally different way. So you celebrate and appreciate your natural body shape, and you understand that a person's physical appearance is very little about their character and value. Celebrate is a great word, and it's something that we don't do as adults. Children celebrate their bodies. Children will be really proud. They'll say, you know, I can run the fastest, I can climb the highest. But as we grow into adults, it's something that we stop doing. You understand that a person's physical appearance says very little about their character. We know this, yet we don't show it. We know that the number in the back of my dress has absolutely no bearing on what sort of person I am, but that's the perception that's given out. You feel proud and accepting of your unique body. Pride is another fantastic word, and it's something that we all need to do more of. We need to show pride in our body, the way that we did when we were children. You feel comfortable and confident in your body. That's the shortest sentence in the presentation, and it's the hardest one to deal with. It's the hardest one to accept. And that's because society doesn't want you to feel comfortable in your body. It doesn't want you to be confident in your body, because if you were, how on earth would they sell you all these products? You know, if I could wave a magic wand and make all the women love their bodies, imagine how many businesses would go bankrupt. Because if you love yourself, you wouldn't need to buy all these creams and shave your legs and primp and cream. You wouldn't need to do all of that. Marketing and advertising is there only to make you feel you're not enough. That is their only purpose. And just negative body image really is passed through the generations. When I was a child, and I look back now, I never remember hearing the women around me using positive words about their body. I remember my mum saying that her bum was too big. I remember my sisters saying that their arms were flabby and their legs were too fat. And it was something that it made me really want to not pass that on again to my daughter. And when I was doing all these slides for this, my daughter's 11, and she came in and she was reading through them. And she said, really? When you were younger, Nan used to say her bum was fat. Like, yeah. She's like, yeah, but you stand up in front of loads of people and you show me your scars. And it made me realise that I'm doing the right thing, and that's what we all need to do. We all need to pass on a positive body image to our children. My illness, my ileostomy, and my scars don't define me. My illness doesn't define my awesomeness does. And that's the same for all of us. And when I came down here and I heard about Sunday Assembly, I'd never heard of it before, so I looked it up online and I saw these 3 things. Live better, help often, and want more. This is it. This is what I've been waiting for. There's other people who think like me. I'm not just this weirdo. And I love this. And we talked about it, honestly, I thought I was going to be talking today to 4 people and a dog. So RuPaul quote, because I love RuPaul. I thought maybe it wouldn't go down too well. And then I got here and Pippa was like, oh, I always end on a RuPaul quote. So I thought I'd end with the great Oprah Winfrey, because I think this quote it means a lot. It's easy to read as a soundbite, but I think we should really take note. Are you ready to stop colluding with a culture that makes so many of us feel physically inadequate? Say goodbye to your inner critic and take this pledge to be kinder to yourself and others. This is a call to arms. A call to be gentle, to be forgiving, to be generous with yourself. The next time you look in the mirror, try to let go of the storyline that says you are too fat, too sallow, too ashy, or too old. Your eyes are too big. Sorry, your eyes are too small. Maybe too big. Who knows what your personal story is? Your nose is too big. Just look in the mirror and see your face. When the criticism drops away, what you will see then is just you, without judgment, and that is the first step towards transforming your experience of the world. Thank you so much for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was absolutely fantastic. One more time.